I spent 2 months building this AI tool to be more productive, and it was absolutely worth it because now it saves me between 30 and 60 minutes per day every day. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can have the same productivity gains. So this is Vectal AI, and the main feature is actually not the task list, it's the chat agent on the left. So as you can see, it's running Claude 3.5 Sonnet, the best AI model in the world, and it can do a lot of things. For example, I can say, I feel like you are not prioritizing personal tasks enough, reorganize the list. And it will load all of the active tasks into the list and reorganize them based on my instructions. So there you go, boom, it reloads the list. And now I can see that the Watch a Christmas Movie with Family suddenly went to importance 75. So this task list is grouped into 3 different sections. Tasks that are today, then you have tomorrow section, and then future is everything after tomorrow in the future. And within each section, the tasks are sorted by importance. So at the top, you'll have the task with the highest importance, and at the bottom, you have the task with the lowest importance. If you're wondering, but David, how does the AI agent know which is important and which is not? Well, that's based on your user preferences, but we'll get to that in a second. First, let me show you how to actually create new tasks. So there is this icon right here, create a new task, or you can just press Q, and you might notice there are only 2 fields, right? So if you click on any task, you see 4 different fields, and actually there's a 5th field, that's the recurring cadence, that's even hidden. But why are there only 2 fields when creating new tasks? That's because the AI agent takes care of the rest. So all you need to do is give it a name, and context is optional. So for example, I can say add a Google Calendar integration into Vectal AI, and then I can say Vectal AI is my AI startup, and this feature would make it a lot more useful. So obviously, if it could handle your calendar as well as your tasks, it would be a great feature, right? So now, as you can see, it goes into loading state, and boom, there it is. It's sorted, and it was given importance 80. And again, the way the sorting agent determines that is based on your user preferences, your goals, as well as comparing that task to other active tasks. So this was actually the original idea why I built Vectal, is because I used to spend so many minutes sorting all of my ideas, tasks, reminders, notes. Every single day, I get between 10 and 40 different ideas per day, and sorting them takes a lot of time. Now, Vectal does that automatically. Vectal knows what you are working on, what your goals are, what preferences you have, as well as what other active tasks you have on your list. So when a new thought, a new task comes, it knows where to put it, not to distract you. For example, before Vectal, I used to use Todoist. Now, still a great app, nothing against them, but there is no built-in AI agents, right? So I just used to have like 100 plus tasks in the inbox, which is super intimidating, and then you have to prioritize them, see what actually matters. That is a thing of the past. Now we can have AI agents do a lot of the manual work for us, but also help us to do specific tasks, thanks to having the chat agent right here, powered by the best AI model in the world. So let me actually show you how to work with the chat agent. So let's pick a task. I'm gonna say make thumbnails for the next video. Let's focus on the thumbnails task. Help me brainstorm 5 different thumbnail concepts that could work for a video about ChatGPT, for example, right? Beautiful, here's the response. So here are 5 thumbnail concepts for ChatGPT split screen. So let's say I like idea number 4, ChatGPT versus human, right? So I can say I like idea number 4, think of 6 other concepts like that and add them to the context of that thumbnails task. So now Claude will actually update this task with this brainstorm session. I didn't have to pay for a Claude subscription or a ChatGPT subscription or Notion, Todoist, ClickUp, and all that stuff. Everything you can do straight from Vectal. And obviously, it's still very early days. I'm going to be adding more and more features. One of the major features I plan on adding is a web search for the chat agent. Then, as I said, a Google Calendar integration where you could switch between your tasks and your calendar. Because you have to realize, like, there's so much repetitive and manual labor we still do on the day-to-day, right? My goal with Vectal is to eliminate all of the manual, boring, repetitive things so you can focus on the creative, high-leverage things that LLMs are not good at. Like, Vectal is literally getting better by the day. Like, each day I'm improving stuff. Like, for example, a few days ago, I added the chat so you can do Shift Enter, and you can have very long prompts, right? And you can easily scroll back up and see like a first sentence here, last sentence here. So that's what I added literally like 2 days ago. So unlike massive corporations like Google that take 4 years to just add A/B testing into YouTube thumbnails, I'm gonna be improving Vectal every single week. And as my team grows, I'll seek to speed up the rate of improvements, not slow it down like these, bureaucratic corporations. Now, if you want to see every single thing I do inside of Vectal, how I built it, how I'm monetizing it, how many customers I have, all the behind the scenes, make sure to join the new society. Because in there, I do an update post every other day or so, showing you the behind the scenes of building Vectal AI. and how you can make your own AI startup. So if you're interested in that, make sure to join the new society. It's linked below. Now let me show you how the user preferences work. So as you can see, I decided to split it into 4 different fields: work description, short-term focus, long-term goals, and sorting preferences. Basically, this represents the system prompt, and I structured it so that it's much more relevant to your tasks, to being productive, and also easier for the built-in agents to work with. So for me, I decided to say for work description, I'm an entrepreneur in the AI industry. Super simple, super clear. My business has 3 main pillars: my YouTube channel, my AI community, the new society, and my startup Vectal AI. So now the chat agent clearly knows, okay, this is a business owner, it's an entrepreneur, he runs 3 different businesses, all in the AI industry, and if you see something directly relevant to these, the chat agent will know, okay, that's at least like 60 importance, if not more. That way, if some task is very important, it doesn't go to the bottom of the list and you miss it, right? So obviously we don't want that to happen. That's why including a lot of context in the user preferences and the description and the goals is so important. The next field is short-term focus. So like this would be like your current projects, right? So let's say this week you're focused on launching a new ad campaign. You would put it here. The goal here is to update it at least once a week, ideally 2 or 3 times a week. So I put here, I want to scale Vectal AI to 5K MRR. Maybe, hitting that this week would be ambitious, but hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks, it's possible. Then hire my first full-time developer. If you're interested, I guess email me. You need to have a full stack background, at least 5-7 years of experience, and be willing to move to Dubai. Also, you can open it through here. So there is the button for the user context here, or you can press S, which is a keyboard shortcut. I wish more apps had like easy to access 1-button keyboard shortcut. So I'm going to be making sure that Vectal is optimized for the power user, not the average Joe that, hates working and doesn't like to be productive. Vectal is going to be made and optimized for people who want to work more, who want to get more done, who are ambitious, who want to achieve big things in life, not for people who want to just do the bare minimum. Anyways, I got a little carried off there. Let's continue. Long-term goals. So obviously, this is self-explanatory. What do you want to achieve in the long run? Say 2, 3, 4, 5 years, the big picture of your life. So this is actually what is not obvious and what many people don't even think to put into their productivity apps, right? But since this is powered by AI agents, they really thrive on context. And what better context is there than your long-term goals, the vision you have for your life? So for me, I put build Vectal AI into the best productivity app in the world. One goal, be in elite physical shape. Another goal. By the way, a big mistake people make is they separate their personal and work as if it was like something different, right? Work-life balance, that term, what I hate about it is that it makes work and life something else. I think work is absolutely integral part, essential part of life, of a good life, is to work on something that you like. So the future is where AI agents know both your work and your personal tasks, not just one or the other, right? Now, obviously, you could still use Vectal only for work tasks, but why not just also include some of your personal goals? Let's continue. So the next goal I put here, be at the cutting edge of AI. I guess all of us have that goal. Maintain good relationships with family. To be clear, this is not my main Vectal account. On my main Vectal account, I go way more into detail. And for the sorting preferences, I said prioritize high leverage tasks, which are tasks with great long-term consequences that don't require much time. And then I tell it, give tasks that are directly related to my goals and importance of 75 and higher, and unrelated tasks of importance 30 or less. The reason I did that is because sometimes the AI models, whether it's Claude or whether it's ChatGPT, they like to be like passive, right? So if you tell them to rate something, they'll give it a 7. If you tell them like, rate it between 1 and 100, they'll usually do like between 40 and 85. They really don't like to do the extremes. So I gave it like permission to do this basically. So if you go to Vectal AI and sign up, one of the first things you should do is press S and set this up correctly, right? Like sit down for 5 to 10 minutes, set this up, given all the relevant context. That's where the AI agent really starts to shine, and that's where you get 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90-minute time save per day by using Vectal. Another core feature I want to show you is recurring tasks. So you'll notice that some of these tasks have an icon next to them, right? So this task, if you hover over it, you'll see every 3 days, it's automatically recurring. This task, go to the gym, is every 3 days as well. This one is every 2 days, right? So any task inside of Vectal can be a recurring task. And there are 2 ways to make one. So when you're creating a new task, again, by pressing Q, you can say like weekly marketing review. And the AI agent, the sorting agent, will automatically know that this is a weekly task and give it a recurring cadence of 7 days. So if I hover over here, boom, every 7 days. Now, if you're unhappy with something, you want to remove a recurring cadence, change it, you can of course do that. So let's say you want to go to the gym every day instead of every 3 days, right? So I'm going to say, I want to start going to the gym every single day. Boom. And just by this instruction, which isn't even specifically referring that task, the chat agent figured it out. It has access to all your tasks and said, I've updated your gym to repeat every 3 days. The high importance 95 reflects your goals of achieving elite physical shape. So boom. Now if we hover over it, every 1 day, instead of every 3 days, every 1 day. So that's another way to change recurring tasks. Now recurring tasks basically are the same as normal tasks, except for one small change. When you go to complete it, it doesn't disappear, right? So for example, let's say I watch the movie, right? So if I click it, the task disappears. It goes into completed tasks right here. So you can either press C, which stands for completed tasks, or just click this icon right here, whichever you prefer, and you can see your 20 most recently completed tasks. Now, obviously, if you want to uncomplete a task, you can easily do that by clicking this, and it will appear in your main task list again. Now, with recurring tasks, the only difference is that, clicking it does not put it into completed tasks. It puts it to the next recurring cadence. So in this case, it was 3 days from now. Now, if you want to fully complete the recurring task, you can do that, but you have to shift click it. So if I shift click on the weekly marketing review, if we scroll down, it doesn't go into the future section. Instead, it appears in the completed task section right here. So that is one difference with recurring tasks. You have to shift click them to permanently complete them, or just normal click them to move them to the next date. Now the red dot right here symbolizes overdue tasks, which are tasks that should have been done at an earlier date. So if I click on this task, you can see December 24th, today is 26th. So it should have been done 2 days ago, but it wasn't done. So it is marked overdue. That way you can clearly see which tasks should have already been done, but haven't been done. So actually this task is very interesting because all of you should do this. Start preparing for the post-AGI world, especially since last week OpenAI announced O3, which basically is AGI. I mean, depends on your definition, right? But it's certainly the closest thing we have to AGI. So it is very, very possible that in 2025 we will actually see AGI being invented. And if you are not prepared for that world, you're going to be falling behind. That's why I've prepared a 6-module workshop on how to prepare for the post-AGI world, which you can access in the New Society. So if you're serious about AI and you don't want to be left behind when AGI is here, make sure to join the New Society and watch these 6 modules. And we've added a brand new resource into the templates and preset sections, which is a new checklist on how to prepare for AGI in 2025. So this is a specific checklist that you can follow, that you can fill in your personal goals, whatever other ambitions you have for 2025, and prepare for AGI specifically, because most people are not taking into account that AGI is around the corner, and it is very hard to understand for people who are not at the cutting edge of AI. But since you're watching this channel, you are probably one of the rare people who actually do understand the gravity of the situation. So again, if you're interested in that, make sure to join the New Society. It's linked below. And if you want to try Vectal, go to Vectal AI. You will be redirected to this login page where you can watch this 2-minute demo. And after that, you can quickly sign in with Google, which will redirect you to Stripe, where you can purchase the subscription. After which, if you go to Vectal AI, you will see the app like this. So hopefully you found this video valuable. Hopefully you see the potential of Vectal. And if you actually do what I said in this video, it will save you 30 to 60 minutes a day. There is no doubt in my mind. With that being said, I wish you a wonderful and productive week. See you next time.